Be me, 28. Work as an archivist in a city museum. Job is basically watching paper decay slower than usual. Spend 8 hours a day in a climate-controlled basement. 68 degrees Fahrenheit, 45% relative humidity. No windows, just me, silence, and the smell of old glue and dust. It's peaceful. Tuesday morning. Arrive at 7:45 a.m. like always. Unlock the heavy steel door. The air seal hisses when it opens. Put on cotton gloves. Turn on the light box. Current project is a stack of water-damaged maritime logs from 1902. Tedious work. Require caffeine. Walk up 3 flights of concrete stairs to the staff break room. It's the only place in the building with natural light. Vending machine hums loudly. Put $1 in. Machine eats the dollar. Stare at the machine. Consider filing a complaint form. Realize that involves talking to HR. Decide to mourn the dollar silently. Hear the back door open. Cold draft sweeps in. Turn around. Someone walks in from the loading dock. Female, maybe 27 or 28, wearing heavy canvas overalls covered in dried mud, work boots that leave faint prints on the linoleum. Short hair, choppy cut, tucked under a beanie. She's carrying a tray of seedlings. Doesn't look at me initially. Goes straight to the sink, starts scrubbing dirt off her hands with industrial soap. I'm still standing in front of the vending machine. She glances over her shoulder. Eyes are tired but sharp. Machine eat your money? Voice is raspy, like she hasn't spoken in hours. I nod. Yeah. She dries her hands on her pants, walks over, kicks the bottom right corner of the machine. Hard. A bag of pretzels falls. Then my granola bar falls. She looks at me. Shrugs. Percussive maintenance. Picks up her tray of plants. Walks out the back door into the rain. I stand there, holding the granola bar. Go back to the basement. Log the interaction in my head. Unusual. Eat the granola bar. It tastes like victory. 2 weeks later. Lunch break. Usually eat at my desk, but the fumes from the conservation solvent are strong today. Go outside to the loading dock ramp. Concrete wall creates a windbreak. Sit on a crate, eating a ham sandwich. It is grey and overcast. See a Gatorade utility vehicle pull up. Engine cuts. It's her. Same beanie, different overalls. Still covered in dirt, she hops out, grabs a thermos and a Tupperware container. Sees me sitting on the crate. Pauses. I freeze mid-chew. She walks over, sits on the edge of the concrete wall about 6 feet away, doesn't say hi, opens her Tupperware. Pasta. We eat, in silence, for 10 minutes. Just the sound of wind and plastic forks scraping containers. She finishes first, screws the lid back on her thermos, looks at my shoes. You work in the dungeon. It's a statement, not a question. I look at my shoes. Clean, office sneakers. Archives. Yeah. She nods. I'm grounds. I figured. She gestures to the mud on her knees. Subtle, right? I almost smile. I'm Ananon. Sarah. She stands up, dusts crumbs off her lap. Don't die of vitamin D deficiency, Anon. Hops back in the utility vehicle. Drives off toward the botanical gardens on the west side. I watch her go. Go back inside. Check the humidity gauge. 46%. Adjust the dial. Month passes. It becomes a routine. Tuesday and Thursday, 12:30 p.m. Loading dock ramp. We don't coordinate it. It just happens. Sometimes she's late because of a delivery. Sometimes I'm late because a fragile document needs stabilizing. But we end up there. Conversations are sparse. She talks about soil pH levels and fighting aphids. I talk about ink corrosion and acid-free paper. She listens. Actually listens. Doesn't ask, is that boring? Just asks, so the ink eats the paper. Iron gall ink. Yes. It burns through over time. She nods. Like root rot. But for history. Exactly. Feel a strange satisfaction that she gets it. One day, it's pouring rain. Torrential downpour. Can't eat outside. I'm in the break room. It's crowded. Loud talking from the marketing department. Hate crowds. Standing in the corner, holding my coffee. Door opens. Sarah walks in. Soaking wet. Rain dripping off the brim of her hat. She scans the room. Sees the loud table of marketing people. Grimaces. Sees me in the corner. Walks over. Water pools around her boots. Too loud, she says. Way too loud, I agree. She looks at the door to the hallway. Can we eat in the dungeon? I blink. It's restricted access. She raises an eyebrow. I have a master key for the sprinklers. Valid point. Okay, but no crumbs. Seriously, pests are my nightmare. She holds up her hands. I will eat like a surgeon. We walk down the 3 flights of stairs. Atmosphere changes as we descend. Air gets cooler, drier. Silence wraps around us. Open the steel door. She steps in, looks around at the rows of grey metal shelving, the low hum of the filtration system, the stark work tables. It smells like old people, she whispers. It smells like 18th century rag paper, I correct. Pull up a spare stool for her. She sits carefully, takes out a sandwich, unwraps it slowly, doesn't drop a single crumb. We eat. She looks at the map I'm restoring on the main table, pressed under glass weights. What's this? City Survey, 1885. She leans in. Don't usually like people near the artifacts. Don't mind her. She points to a green patch on the map. Her finger hovers an inch above the paper. That's the old reservoir? Yeah. It's a parking lot now. She traces a line with her finger in the air. We dug up old pipes there last week. Cast iron. She looks at me. Eyes are very green under the fluorescent lights. Cool job, Anon. You play in the dirt. I curate the landscape. She smirks. Finish lunch. She packs up her trash. Thanks for the sanctuary. Any time, she leaves. The room feels empty. Too quiet. Check the humidity. It spiked to 47% because of her wet clothes. I don't adjust it. Let it settle on its own. Autumn arrives. The trees on the museum grounds turn orange and brown. I watch them from the break room window. See her out there sometimes, raking leaves, pruning hedges. She moves with economy. No wasted energy. Strong shoulders. Catch myself staring. Go back to work. Friday. Leaving work late, 7 p.m. Sun is already down. Walking to my car in the back lot. See the greenhouse lights are on. It glows like a lantern in the dark. Curious. Walk over. Door is unlocked. Step inside. Hit by a wall of warm, humid air. Smell of damp earth and fertilizer. Total opposite of my basement. Hear clinking glass. Walk down the center aisle. Ferns brushing against my jacket. Find her at a potting bench in the back. She's repotting orchids. Focused, tongue slightly poking out the corner of her mouth. She doesn't hear me approach over the sound of the fans. I knock on a wooden post. She jumps. Almost drops a pot. Catches it. Turns around. Jesus, Anon, you're quiet. Sneakers, I say. She exhales, wipes sweat from her forehead with her forearm. What are you doing here? Saw the light. Working late? Frost warning tonight? Gotta move the tropicals inside, or they turn to mush. She looks exhausted. Smudges of dark soil under her eyes. Need help? I ask. Don't know why I asked. I know nothing about plants. She looks surprised. You want to get your hands dirty? I have gloves in my car. She laughs. A real laugh. Crinkles her nose. Grab 'em. I get my gloves. Not my archival cotton ones. Leather driving gloves. Spend the next 2 hours hauling heavy pots, bringing them from the outdoor nursery into the heated glass house. My back hurts. My shoes are muddy. It is humid and hot. I am sweating. We finish around 9:30 p.m. She hands me a bottle of water from a cooler. We sit on the floor of the greenhouse, leaning against pallets of mulch. Thanks, she says. Takes a long drink. Would have been here till midnight alone. It's good exercise. It's slave labor. She bumps my shoulder with hers, keeps her shoulder there. Warmth radiates through my jacket. We watch the condensation drip down the glass walls. Your basement is looking better by the minute, I say. Hey, my plants create oxygen. Your paper just creates dust. Dust is history, I say. Dust is dead skin cells and mites. Poetic, she smiles. Closes her eyes for a second. I'm starving, she murmurs. Diner? She opens her eyes. Diner. We go to the 24-hour place down the street. She orders breakfast for dinner, pancakes and bacon. I order a club sandwich. She pours syrup with surgical precision. We talk about nothing. Zoning laws. The best type of pen. Why Blue Jays are jerks. It feels easy, like we've done this 100 times. Drop her off at her car in the lot. See you Tuesday, she says. Tuesday. Drive home. Apartment is quiet. My hands smell like potting soil. Don't wash them immediately. Sit on the couch and stare at the wall. Realize I am smiling. Stop smiling. Go to bed. Winter. Heavy snow. Museum is closed to the public for 3 days. Staff still has to come in for essential maintenance. I have to monitor temperature fluctuations. She has to clear the paths. I bring a thermos of coffee. Good coffee. Not the break room sludge. Find her shoveling the main steps. Wrapped in 3 layers of wool. Nose is bright red. Breath clouding in the air. Walk out. Hand her the thermos cup. She takes it with gloved hands. You are a savior, she says. Steams her face with it. It's Ethiopian blend. It's hot. That's all I care about. She takes a sip. Hums in appreciation. Come inside for a bit. I say. Can't. Supervisor is watching cameras. Liability if someone slips. She gestures to the camera on the pole. Right. I stand there in the cold with her, not wearing a coat, just a sweater. Start shivering. She notices. Go inside, idiot. You'll freeze. I'm supervising the shoveling. She rolls her eyes, reaches out, adjusts my collar. Her fingers brush my neck. Cold gloves, warm fingers. Shock goes down my spine. Go inside, she says softly. Okay. Walk back inside. Watch her from the lobby glass. She finishes the coffee. Salutes the window. Gets back to shoveling. I touch my neck where she touched it. Christmas party. Mandatory attendance. In the great hall. Everyone is wearing suits and dresses. I am wearing my one suit. Charcoal grey. Slightly tight in the shoulders. Feel awkward. Holding a glass of sparkling cider. Making small talk with the curator of medieval arms. He spits when he talks. Look for an escape route. Spot her. She's by the dessert table, wearing a dark green velvet dress. No beanie, hair is washed and styled. She looks different. Not just the clothes. She looks uncomfortable, pulling at the hem of her sleeves. I excuse myself from the spitting curator. Walk over. She sees me. Relief floods her face. Oh, thank God, she says. Nice dress, she grimaces. I feel like a potted plant in gift wrap. I can't move my arms. You clean up well. Don't get used to it. I miss my pockets. She hands me a mini tart. Eat this. I've had 6. I'm stress eating. I eat the tart. Want to hide? Please. Archives or greenhouse, she thinks. Archives. Closer. We sneak out. Down the stairs. Away from the jazz band and the chatter. Into the silence of the basement. The hum of the HVAC is welcoming. I unlock the door. Turn on just the emergency lights. Amber glow. Shadows are long. She kicks off her heels immediately. Oh, sweet mercy. She groans. Wiggles her toes on the concrete floor. Leans back against a filing cabinet. Why do we do this? Social obligation. I prefer trees. Trees, don't ask about your 5-year plan. I loosen my tie. Sit on the floor next to her. Not on a chair. On the floor. My 5-year plan involves this same room. She looks down at me. Slides down the cabinet until she's sitting next to me. Knees touching. You're lucky, she says. Why? You know what you are. You're the keeper of things. And you? I just make things grow. Then they die. Then I make them grow again. It's a cycle. That's important, I guess. She rests her head on her knees, turns her face toward me. We are very close. Can smell her shampoo, vanilla and something earthy. Thanks for bailing me out, she whispers. I bailed myself out. You were just the excuse. She chuckles, shifts her hand. Her pinky finger hooks around mine. Just the pinky. I don't breathe, don't move. Stare at the metal shelving opposite us. Heart is hammering against my ribs like a trapped bird. She doesn't pull away. We sit there for an hour, holding pinkies in the dark basement. Upstairs, the party continues. Down here, time stops. Finally, phone buzzes. It's midnight. We should go, I say. Voice cracks slightly. Yeah, she says. Doesn't let go immediately, squeezes my finger, then lets go. The loss of contact is physical pain. We put our shoes back on, walk out to the parking lot. Snow is falling again. Good night, Anon. Good night, Sarah. She hesitates by her truck. Looks like she wants to say something, changes her mind. Gets in. I wait until her taillights disappear. Drive home. Can't sleep. Replay the fingerhook over and over. Pathetic. Wonderful. Spring. Busy season for her. Planting bulbs. Preparing the grounds. I don't see her as much. Leave snacks on the loading dock for her. Granola bars. Apples. A thermos of coffee. Find things on my desk in return. A polished riverstone. A perfect pine cone. A small succulent in a ceramic pot. No notes, just objects. Keep the stone in my pocket. Rub it with my thumb when I'm stressed. It becomes smooth. Tuesday. She comes into the archives during work hours, not lunch. She looks upset, fuming, pacing back and forth between the shelves. What's wrong? Budget cuts. She spits out, they want to pave over the rose garden. For an overflow lot. She kicks a trash can. It's 70 years old. The soil took decades to mature. I watch her. She is vibrating with anger. Can you stop it? I tried. Director says we need the parking revenue. She stops pacing, looks at me, eyes are wet, not crying, just angry tears. It's beautiful, Anon, and they're going to pour asphalt over it. I stand up, walk over to her. Don't know what to do. Humans are harder to repair than paper. I reach out, awkwardly pat her shoulder. She turns into me, wraps her arms around my waist, buries her face in my chest. I freeze, then slowly wrap my arms around her. She smells like rain and fertilizer. Hold her tight. She shakes for a minute, then goes still. Sorry. She muffles into my shirt. Don't be. I'm getting dirt on your shirt. It washes out. She pulls back, looks at my face. We are standing in the aisle between tax records 1950, 1960, and city permits 1970. She doesn't let go of my waist. I don't let go of her shoulders. I hate this place sometimes, she says. I know, but I like the basement. It's a good basement. She looks at my lips, then up to my eyes. You're a good listener. I'm used to silence. She goes up on her tiptoes, kisses me. Quick, chaste, lips are chapped, taste like mint gum. She pulls back an inch, waits for a reaction. I am rebooting. System overload. I lean down, kiss her back. Slower this time. She sighs against my mouth. Hands grip the back of my shirt. We stand there for a long time, ignoring the work, ignoring the budget cuts. Finally separate. She looks flushed. Okay, she says. Okay, I say. I have to go yell at the director again. Give him hell. She grins. Wicked sharp grin. Plan on it. Walks to the door. Stops. Dinner tonight? My place? Yes. I'm making stew. It will contain vegetables. I'll bring wine. She leaves. I sit down at my desk, pick up my tweezers, try to work on the maritime log. Hands are shaking slightly. Can't focus. Touch my lips. Check the humidity gauge. It's perfect. Everything is perfect. Summer. Saturday morning. Not at work. Waking up. Sun is streaming through unfamiliar curtains. Floral pattern. Smell of coffee brewing. Turn over. She is not in bed. Hear humming from the kitchen. Get up. Put on my boxers and t-shirt. Walk out. Her apartment is a jungle. Plants on every surface. Hanging from the ceiling. On the bookshelves. She is at the stove, wearing one of my old t-shirts. It's huge on her. Making eggs. She senses me. Turns around, spatula in hand. Morning, sunshine. Morning, walk over. Wrap my arms around her from behind. Rest my chin on her shoulder. How are the eggs? Burned, probably. I got distracted watching a hummingbird. I kiss her cheek. I'll eat them anyway. She leans back into me. We have to go to the farmer's market in an hour. Do we? Yes. I need heirloom tomatoes. Fine. Don't move. Just stand there in the sun-drenched kitchen, surrounded by greenery, holding the girl who smells like dirt and rain. Think about the basement. It's still my favorite place, but this is a close second, maybe tied for first. She turns the stove off, turns around in my arms. You're clingy in the morning. You stole my shirt. Possession is 9/10 of the law. She kisses me. Tastes like coffee. Go get dressed. I need a pack mule for the tomatoes. I go get dressed. Life is mundane. Life is quiet. Life is good.